Hello, hello everybody. Hello. How are you all doing today? Hello everybody. So if you're here, just tell me hello in the chat, in the comment. You might want to say hello to me so that I know how you're doing. So you might tell me where you're watching us from also. So my name is Simply Sikadi. I'll be your facilitator for today's session. So as you can see, I'm not here alone. I'm here with, by the way, I'm joining from Cameroon, from Yaoundé, Cameroon. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with Sandra, who is joining from Abuja, Nigeria. Yeah, so tell me, how are you all doing today? Could you just introduce yourself and tell me how you're doing? Hello, Sami Ruth. Sami Ruth is joining from Nigeria. Journey with Nicole. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? Let me see. Hello, Patience. Hello, Ayodele. Hello, Comfort. Hello, Nolet Inacio Milito. Joining from Milato, joining from Mozambique. Thank you very much. So, just tell me hello if you're around. Hello, Pix. Is it Pixie? You see, that's why I avoid pronouncing names. I'm very sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well. Really sorry, Okay, she says I'm tired. Okay, very sorry for that. Hello, Malaza. Hello, Rehab. Hello, Annie Christie. Oh, Rehab is joining us from Egypt. Wow, that's awesome. We have Sile Malaza joining us from is it Switzerland? Oh, Swaziland. Okay. Thank you very much. So just keep your halo coming, and we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic today. We're going to see how to use Instagram to grow your business. So yeah, I can see Muna from Liberia. I can see Dihi Dihariniana from Madagascar. Okay, so without wasting a lot of time, of course, keep your comments coming because I'm going to be going back to the comment. Without wasting a lot of time, we're going to be going straight to what we are looking at today. So today we'll be looking at how to use Instagram business to grow your sales. Now, probably if you have a business, an already existing business, or you don't have a business at all, but then you're planning to grow your sales using Instagram, then this is the place for you. And as just like we always say at the beginning of every training, right? That all the things you're going to learn here are completely useless if you're not going to put them to practice, right? Like if the things you're going to learn today, if you're not going to actually put them to practice, it's just like you wasted probably 1 hour of your time because this session is supposed to be 1 hour, So make sure that all the things that you learn today that you put them to practice because if you don't put them to practice, it means that you just wasted your time here, and yeah, we're going to be looking at how to use Instagram to grow your business. So I don't know if we have people here that have Instagram accounts. Please, if you have an Instagram account, can you please let me know? Just tell me, hey, I have an Instagram account. Just so that I know if I'm talking to just so I know the kind of people I'm talking to. So if you have an Instagram account, just write in the comment yes, so that I will know that you have an Instagram account. If you don't have, you can write no. If you have, you write yes. If you don't have, you can write no. This is just so that I can see many other people coming. joining from Ghana, joining from Madagascar, and many others. Yeah, great. So I can see Muna says yes. Rehab says yes. Someone says yes. Anis says I have one. Okay, great. Yeah, so this is just so I could know, you know, whether you have Instagram accounts or not, and that's very important. So we're going to be going ahead without wasting a lot of time. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at your business personality. You see, the particularity about Instagram, right? There are many platforms, like Facebook, like Twitter, like LinkedIn. And of course, every platform has its own particularity. Every platform has its own language, right? And just like every platform has its own language, Instagram has its own language. There is a way you operate on Instagram that is different from many other platforms, and that's very, very important. So we're going to be showing you how to function on Instagram particularly. And as I was saying, the particularity with Instagram is that Instagram is a very visual platform, meaning that those that are on Instagram like beautiful things, they love shiny things, they love flowers, they love humor, and that even explains why Instagram is made up more of ladies than men, because ladies just have this, natural affection, love, and all of that, flowers, they love beauty, they love aesthetics, they love so many things, so that's why Instagram, by the way, is dominated more by ladies. You see, and if you have a business that is related to ladies directly, like beauty, or any business just related to ladies, Instagram is really an indispensable platform for you because you will find them there. So the particularity about Instagram is that it's very visual. People love what they see. On Instagram, you don't write a lot like Facebook and many other platforms. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at the personality of your business, because your business actually on Instagram, what you on Instagram, you actually promote the personality of your business, not just the product, but your business as a person. For you to function best on Instagram, you have to look at your business as a person. And of course, a person has mood, a person has energy, a person has, once you start looking at it like your business as a personality or as a person, you know you find out that there are many things you have to work on. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, what do you want people to think or feel when they see your Instagram post? What do you want people to think or feel? Do you want them to say, okay, this person is very smart, okay, this person is funny, okay, this person is professional? You have to be able to define the personality of your business, whether you should be known for fun, whether you should be known for professionalism, whether you should be known for seriousness, whether you should be known for comedy. Like, you have to define the personality of your business. Is it introvertive? Is it extrovertive? Like, what's the personality of your business? Because at the end of the day, it's about what people think or feel when you're not in the room. you know so secondly, if your business had a personality, like what I was talking few minutes ago, if your business was a person, how would you like people to see your business? If your business was a person, was an individual, would you like people to see you like, a funny person, a jovial person, someone that comes into the hall and lights up the hall with conversations, like that? If that's what you want people to know about your business, it has to show in the kind of content that you create. So you have to be able to define the personality of your business. define the characteristics of your business. What kind of person do you want to touch? What kind of people do you want to reach out to? What's the personality? What are the characteristics of your business? So on Instagram, compared to different other platforms, you have to think about your business not just as a business, but like a person. And a person has his moods. A person has, its ups and downs. A person has its challenges. Because people relate to that emotional part of your business, especially when it comes to Instagram. Instagram, people relate more to emotions, to feelings, than they relate to facts, than they relate to actual, yeah, I'll call it facts. So that's very, very important thing you have to note on your Instagram. Now, why should you choose Instagram? Why should you choose Instagram? Instagram brings people closer to the things they love. And that's true, because when you go on Instagram, you can see the things you like. You can have fun. Just immediately you press into the app. It takes you to the feed, and then you can see the people you admire, the products you admire, all kinds of advertisements that you admire. Secondly, Instagram helps people connect with others and explore their particular field. It looks like it just went. I hope you can hear me. Please confirm you can hear me, because my screen just did something. So please, I hope you can hear me. I hope I'm not alone. Yeah. So the second thing is, Instagram helps people connect with others. Like I was saying, if you have a passion for a particular field, on Instagram, you can see how others are doing it, and you copy from them. It helps you connect to people, connect to individuals, and explore your passion. If you're passionate about a particular field and you don't know how to go about it, you can just look at how people in your field are already doing, and you copy from them. So Instagram helps people to captivate their audience by sharing unique stories. About Instagram is that you have to be able to share your stories, and that's why those of you who are on Instagram, make sure you use reels, because it has become very easy to grow your presence on Instagram. Like never before, it has become extremely easy today, especially because of reels. you know because now you can share your story. You can talk, in front of a camera, in front of a phone. You can create video content and put on your reels. And once this content is important, once people find this content interesting, they are going to follow you. So you can captivate your audience with your unique stories. Now, what can these stories be? These stories could be your past. It could be your motivations. What are the things that motivated you to start the business that you started? Because there are people with incredible stories, amazing stories. Somebody maybe sells. Let's say somebody is doing into cosmetics. Maybe the person had a challenge in the past, maybe dealing with pimples, for example. And because the person had pimples, she didn't know how to express herself in public. She started feeling bad about herself. She started feeling unaccepted about the society. These are incredible stories that you have to share. You know, you cannot have incredible stories like this and keep it for yourself. Share it in front of a camera and put it on your Instagram reels. Sometimes you can have a customer that is satisfied, maybe a customer whom somebody that purchased your services or that benefited from your free services, and was satisfied, and you allowed the customer to go, that's not good. You have to talk with the customer. If you satisfy, if a customer was satisfied by your product, you can ask the person to make a short video and say, hey, I got a product from Sami Root, for example, and the product was really, really great. It was nice. I encourage you to buy or to get to have for so and so. Using reels is very, very important. You can captivate people with your unique story. Your unique story could be the difficulties you overcame in the past. I believe that everybody overcame a certain difficulty in the past. Maybe how in the past you had challenges with self-confidence, you had challenges with public speaking, you had challenges with, just discussing with people, engaging people in discussion. You can share some of these stories, and you'll be surprised how much it will inspire people. Because as I said, on Instagram, people relate to feelings, to emotions. You have to be able to show those emotions in your business and in your stories. You see, 83% of people discover new products on Instagram. Now, I'm sure that many of you, even right here, when you want to know about a product, you go on Instagram, so that you can have real pictures of the product, so that you can see people that are probably selling these products. 81% of people research products or services on Instagram. So you see that there is a large population that research products or services on Instagram. 80% of people use Instagram to make purchasing decisions. Maybe sometimes somebody wants to purchase a certain product. What he does is that he goes on Instagram, to find out, to see more about the product, because he knows that Instagram will have nice pictures, Instagram will have nice videos. He'll be able to appreciate the product more. So that's very, very important. There are so many people that use Instagram to make their purchase decisions. Now, why should you use Instagram for your business? Why? The first reason is because it brings you closer to your competitors. Instagram can bring you closer to your competitors. You can see what your competitors are doing. Like sometimes, for example, people will tell us, we have a business, but we don't know how to start. We don't know how to go about it. We don't know what strategy to use. Well, in the 21st century that we are in today, you can't say you have a business on Instagram and you don't know how to go about it. That's not possible, especially when you have competitors. You can ask yourself, who are those doing the things I am doing? Because you're not the first selling palm oil, you're not the first selling clothes, you're not the first, selling the products or services that you're offering. There are many people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. So go and check out on them, follow them to see what they are doing, and then you can copy from them. You can imitate from them. You can change, what you think should be changed, adjust what you think should be adjusted. So you can't say I'm on Instagram and I don't know how to go about my Instagram page. No, there are many people already doing what you're doing. You can just look at them and try to imitate them. Secondly, it enables a direct feedback system. When you're on Instagram, for example, people can directly comment on your product or your service. And in as much as this is good, it is also dangerous, because if you have a product that is not interesting, or if you have a product that doesn't meet up to the requirements that you said it was meeting, you're going to start having challenges with people. Because imagine you sell a cosmetic product to somebody and the person doesn't have the result you said he was going to have. You see, the person can directly come on the comment section and mess up your image. That's why, in as much as a feedback system is good, it's also dangerous. The advantage of a feedback system is that once people love your product they will come and comment, they will come and talk about it, you see. And that's an advantage. That's an advantage. You know, it helps you connect to the global world and provide opportunities to expand. This is very powerful. Today you can connect to anybody from any part of the world using Instagram. You know, sometimes you make an Instagram post and somebody in a different continent or in a different country can like your post, meaning that your post can reach out to as many people. And of course, you can even run adverts, you know, where you can touch people in several different countries. Doesn't matter the countries, the country where you are. You know, like you can be in Ghana and you sell your product in France. You can be in Ghana or in Mozambique and you sell your product in Uganda. Just any country. You know, it helps you to reach out to several people all around the world. And Instagram also provides data and insights for informed decision. For example, for example, if you make a post, for example, on Instagram, you know, you can use what they call Instagram Insight to know exactly how many people your post reached, to know exactly reached, who are the people that your post reached, you know, to know the interactions, you know, to you can use your insights to have enough data that can permit you to make informed decisions. You know, sometimes you can go on your insights and notice that most of the people that like your post are ladies between the age of 18 and 34. You know, if you have such information, you can now focus your marketing more on just these kinds of people because you know that they already like your post. And so if you invest more in that particular direction, you're going to have more likes, you know, and that's very, very important. You can use your data and insights to make better decisions even when you want to run adverts, you know. So creating a value proposition. Now, here we are going to be showing you how to be different on Instagram because like I said, there are many people on Instagram proposing the same services and products that you are doing. You know, you're not the first to sell clothes. You're not the first. There are thousands of people that are selling clothes. But how will you be different? Oh my. Sorry, I light just went off here. So I can't. I just had some light issues here. I'm very sorry for the darkness. I don't know if I'm going to off my video so that we continue because light just went off here. So very, very sorry for that. So I'm going to continue. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, so I turn off my video because of light issues, right? So light just went off here and we're going to continue. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm going to show you how you can be different on Instagram. The first thing is why should the customer buy your offering? You have to always ask yourself that question. You're not the first to sell clothes. So why should they buy clothes from you? You're not the first to sell cosmetic products. So why should they buy from you? What is making you different from other sellers? You have to define it. Now, there are many things that can make you different. Maybe your customer service is of quality. Maybe you're attacking a target audience that many people are not targeting. Maybe you are being natural. You know, there are many things that can differentiate you from others, which you have to define. And unless you define it, you will not be able to, make the best out of Instagram. The second thing, what are you selling? What are the exact products or services that you're selling? Now, this is a question easy to answer, for people that are, probably selling specific cosmetic products. They are selling specific cosmetic products or specific products. But then there are people that do stuff like coaching. If you're doing stuff like coaching online, you have to be able to define what exactly, let me see. Yeah, so like I was saying that you have to be able to know exactly what product your or service you are giving out. You have to define them, and define them, of course, with different prices, because that's very, very important. Now, if you have any questions, just keep in the chat. I'm going to be answering questions. The last thing you have to define is who is your target audience. Who exactly is your target audience? Is it men? Is it women? Is it both? Men from what age to what age? What is their interest? Where can you find them? You have to be able to define who exactly is your target audience. Because if you don't know who your target audience is, you will not be able to know how to communicate. For example, the way you communicate to an older age group of people is different from the way you communicate to a lesser age group of people. The way you communicate to educated people is different from the way you communicate to uneducated people. The way you communicate with people that love fashion, that love style, that love the youthful energy is different from the way you communicate to older groups of people. So you have to be able to define who your target audience is. So tips to get started on Instagram. The first thing, you have to create a memorable handle, a handle that people can remember, not a handle that is difficult to remember. Secondly, you have to add branded profile pictures. And I'm going to dwell a little bit here. Take some time and, take good pictures for your business. That is very, very important. Sometimes you go to some people's pages and you see pictures that are just terrible, pictures that they took with phones. They didn't even take time to shoot with the right angles. If you cannot take pictures, pay a photographer to take good pictures. Pay a videographer to take good videos. Don't scare people with your page. That's just a way of talking. Make sure that your pictures are of good quality. Pay somebody to take good quality pictures of your products, of your services, such that when somebody looks at your page, it is attractive. The person wants to come and see. The next thing is to add the link to your website. Add the link to your website. That's very, very important. There is a way to do that on the settings. Then add the details of your business. All this is done on the settings. You can put your number, your phone number, your email, all the details about your business, your location. You can equally add all of that in the comment or in the settings, and that's very, very important. So action points for Instagram success. First, you have to share your story. Like I said, share your story. Share your story. Talk about your business. Talk about the accomplishments of your business. Talk about the clients that have been satisfied because of your business. That's very important. And also identify the challenges that your target audience is facing and create content that solves them. That is very, very, very important. Now I'm going to take an example of the example of oh, I'm so sorry, there is rain in my background. I just feel like everything is happening right now. So because of the rain, I hope you can still hear me, though there is rain in my background. So I'm going to take the example of of Retabile, is it Retabile that does cosmetics? Now what Retabile can do is that you can look for you can identify challenges that people face when it comes to cosmetics. What are the challenges that people face when it comes to cosmetics? Maybe they have pimples, maybe they have acne challenges. Let me see, I think you even named some of the challenges. You said chronic acne, for example, on the face. Identify most of these challenges. Pimples can be another one. You have to ask yourself these challenges, create videos that solve these challenges. So don't just beyond just sharing your story, make sure you think about your audience and create videos that will solve the challenges that your audience are currently facing. That's very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. So don't just talk about yourself. Don't just talk about your business. Don't just think about yourself. Think about the challenges that your audience are facing, and then create content that will solve those challenges. Yeah, so the next thing is that you have to be creative. Instagram is a platform for creatives. Be creative in the way you take pictures, in the way you share your stories. Maybe you might want to add fun nuggets on your story, so to make your story entertaining. The next thing is be consistent with your field. Very, very important. Don't come today with high energy and tomorrow you come with low energy. Don't come today smiling and tomorrow you come frowning. Don't come today professional, tomorrow you come as a comedian. Like, be consistent with the way you make people feel. Now, I'm not saying that if you choose one style of communication, you should stick at that forever. No. From time to time, you can change the vibe. But then let them know you for a particular way of thinking, for a particular way of feeling. That's very, very important. The next thing is to create consistent content. Don't post on Monday and you come and post again after 3 months. You come and post again after 5 years. No. Be consistent. Determine the exact number of times you want to post. You can say, I'm going to be posting once every day, or I'm going to be posting 4 times every week. Make sure you are consistent and you stick at it. That's very, very important. The next thing is that you should be authentic. You see, in as much as you have to copy people, copy what your competitors are doing, copy what many others are doing. One of the things you have to do is you have to be original. In as much as you should copy people, add a little bit of yourself to your content. Add a little bit of your background, of your personal story to your content. You have to do what they call the rule of the third. The rule of the third means that, how can I explain it? Now, I would recommend that you could maybe go on Google and read more about the rule of the third. The rule of the third usually means that you should split your post, especially when you're taking a picture. You should split the picture into 3 equal parts, both vertical and horizontal, and place your products where the lines interfere, where the lines interfere. That's very, very important. Now, maybe after this, I'm going to show you practically how that works so that you can see. The next thing is to edit your photos and your videos and videos for consistency. Very important. Now, when we say you should make videos, one of the things you have to understand is that we are not saying that it's not like you have to always make videos every single day, right? Not don't say don't It's not like you have to make videos every single day. Like on Monday I have to make videos, on Tuesday I have to make videos. No, 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 no. You can on one day, especially if you are let me see, especially if you are free, maybe on a weekend, right? You can make many videos in just one day, and all what you do is edit all the videos and post 1 minute. 1 minute, you post 1 minute today, you post 2 minutes tomorrow, you post 3 minutes today. So it's not like you have to be making videos every single day. No, you can take 1 hour and make videos for 1 whole hour, and then all the other days you just post 1 minute, then you post 2 minutes, then you post 5 minutes. You see, depending on the message you want to transfer, and that's very, very important. Now, use Instagram stories. Please, I cannot overemphasize on this. Use Instagram stories. I know that you can use you can make your post on Instagram, but today Instagram stories is the way you can really go viral on Instagram. So make sure you use Instagram stories. Make sure you share your stories on Instagram stories, and of course Instagram reels. That's very important. Then lastly, use relevant hashtags. Now there are some mistakes that people make when it comes to hashtags. One of them that they make is to put too many hashtags. Too many. Sometimes you look at a post, it has close to 30 hashtags. Like, please, when you have too many hashtags under a post, Instagram algorithm will not even know who to show your post to finally. So don't put too many hashtags, 30 hashtags. No, 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 no. You can put an average of 12 to 15 hashtags. You don't have to put 30. Don't put too many of them. When you put too many of them, Instagram doesn't know, finally who you want to target. The second mistake people do is to put hashtags in the comment section. Please, it's advisable to put hashtags under your post. Like, when you're done doing your write-up, put your hashtags under. You don't have to take your hashtags and put in the comment section. The bot of Instagram, they are not going to go to your comment section to be looking at your hashtags. So these are some of the mistakes that people make when putting hashtags. So you can search for relevant hashtags, and use these hashtags. Now, online today, for example, there are several Instagram hashtag generators that you can use, to generate hashtags for your Instagram. So you can use some of these Instagram hashtag generators. You can just go
Hi everyone. So sorry for the network issues. Simply, can you confirm with me that you are here? Because you are muted. We can't hear you.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear
You've
me
been
now?
muted for a while. Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, I guess it's internet. I've been. Where did I stop, please?
I thought you are training us on staying relevant. Are you done with staying relevant?
Yes.
Okay, you stopped
Okay.
at I think you were trying to explain reaching more audience with Instagram ads. But then there's no content
Okay.
on this. Yeah, you're almost done. You're at the
Okay.
last page. Just explain that part. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm so sorry if you couldn't hear me. Really, really sorry. I guess it's internet issues, and since there is some rain in the background here, I guess that's the challenge. Yeah. So I was talking about staying relevant and consistent on Instagram, and I was saying that one of one of the things you have to consider on Instagram, right, is is to be consistent. You know, you have to constantly create content. Don't create content today and then you create content again in 3 months. You have to be consistent. And I was explaining that consistency in content helps you in two ways. Firstly, it helps people to know more about your business because there are people that say, but I'm posting content and people are not liking it, people are not reaching, it's not reaching people. No, it helps you not just to reach more people, but it helps you as a person to grow in your own industry. Because for you to create content, you have to read, you have to study, you have to follow people in your field. For you to create, if you're doing if you're selling clothes, for example, I've seen people who are selling clothes, but when you ask them what are the recent discoveries that were made when it comes to clothing, when it comes to cosmetics, they are unable to answer. Because they are not reading, because they are only focused on their little products and services. You see, but if you have to create content, you will have to push yourself to read. And you see, and the more you read, you'll find out that after 1 year, 2 years, you're not just going to grow your audience, but you're going to be an expert in your field. And that's very, very important. It will be easier for you to answer questions because content will have pushed you to study hard and get enough information about your industry. So like I was saying, you have to save interesting uh, photos. you know you have to save interesting photos. If you're on Instagram, you're going to agree with me that uh, uh, there is there is an option to save pictures, right? So you can save the pictures that you like, save the videos that you like, and not just save them. You have to write down what you liked about those pictures, what you liked about those videos. Did you like the way they were taken? Did you like some specific colors about them? Did you like the creative direction? The reason you have to write what you liked about these pictures is so that you too can take pictures that will be appreciated. You too will take nice pictures. You have to think about your audience and what they like. And we cannot overemphasize on this point. There are so many people, you know, there are so many people that you go on their page and they are just thinking about themselves. It's all about them. It's all about them. They don't think about the challenges that their audience are facing. They don't think about it. They don't think, they only think about themselves. It's only me, it's only I. You have to think about your audience. What are the challenges that they are facing? And then create videos that will solve the challenges. Don't be selfish. Think about your audience. Sometimes you might have to give freebies to your audience. You might have to, teach them on topics that they don't understand. All of those are the things you have to consider. You have to create a list based on what your audience will like. Define what your audience will like. Maybe your audience love this, your audience love that. You have to write them down so that you can create content that they will keep liking. And most times you will only know best what your audience love by creating a lot of content. Usually it's when you've created content for like 2 months that you're going to find out, oh, okay, my audience love this kind of content. Oh, they love this kind of content. Now, when you know that this is the kind of content they love, you want to dwell more around such content so that you can have more engagement. You can keep this in your mind as you create content. Very important. All these things that you wrote down, you have to keep them in the mind as you create content so that you should create interesting content. The next thing is to plan your post. Plan your post ahead of time. Don't wake up on Monday and say, oh, what will I post today? Wake up on Tuesday and say, what will I post today? No, 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 no. Plan your post at least 2 weeks ahead of time. If you are busy, it's okay. During the weekend, you can create your post for the whole week or for 2 weeks. And you can even schedule your post such that it posts automatically without even you being present. You can monitor the trends using your Instagram insight. You can learn and do more with your insights. Like I explained earlier, you can use your insights to know exactly how many people your posts are reaching, who are the people your posts are reaching, and from there you can, have enough information to take more informed decision. So you have to become more intentional about your Instagram, because there are people actually who are kind of careless about their Instagram. They are just careless. They don't see Instagram as a source of income. Some people, they just have pages, but they are not careful. They are not careful. They just have pages. You have to know that Instagram can give you money. There are people that they make their whole life just from Instagram. They make money just from Instagram. So Instagram is not just a platform for fun. It's not just a platform for flowers, for the I love yous, for the kisses and the hugs, for the beauties. It's also a platform to make money. That's very, very important. Don't forget about your Instagram page. Be intentional about it. That's very, very important. So see how other businesses provide support. Look at your competitors. What are they doing? Try to do same. Be conscientious by responding to comments. Sometimes somebody will write a comment on your Instagram, and then you reply after 2 weeks. Like you're not even serious. Like how can they put a comment on your Instagram and you reply after 2 weeks? It means that you don't like money. You don't like money. I don't know what you love, but you probably don't like money. You probably don't want to grow your business. How can people get to you on Instagram via inbox, and you are only aware they got to you 3 months later? Because you were not following up your Instagram page, and that's very, very important. You have to follow up your Instagram page to know what are the comments and reply to people on time. It's advisable to reply at most 2 hours ahead of time, 2 hours after the comment has been made. Provide customer support for your customers. When a customer comes and says, I bought this product from you and I did not like it, you have to be honest with the customer. You have to reimburse the customer. Even sometimes if a customer complains about your product, don't try to justify. Just give back the money, because remember, the reputation you are building online is more important than that small amount of money you're going to lose. So let your reputation be priority. If a customer is complaining, call the customer, support your customers. Some people go as far as, taking their customers out for lunch. Some people go as far as, wishing happy birthday to their customers. How can you have customers and you're not discussing with them? How can you have a customer and you don't know their birthday? It means that on their birthday, you can't wish them happy birthday. These are the little things that when you do for your customers, they feel concerned, they feel loved, they feel like remaining, they feel like staying around. So you have to take all these things, all these factors into consideration. Support your customers because your customers are your referrals. That's very, very important. Reach out to other businesses. Now, this is a very important strategy to reach out to other businesses. Now, sometimes you may find out that it's possible that sometimes you may have people that are already well known in your field. Let's say, for example, you are selling, I don't know why cosmetics keeps coming. Let's say you're selling cosmetic products, right? There are probably many people that are already doing that, and there are what we call influencers in that field. Influencers mean that what? It means that they have a large number of followers. Sometimes they have already 1 million followers, they have 500,000 followers. What you can do is to reach out to these influencers, to promote your product or to promote your page because they already have a high visibility. You can even go as far as having an interview with them on your page. You can go as far as having an interview with them on your page. Since they have high followers, you can benefit from their followers. Now, of course, that is not going to be free. Sometimes they might ask you, okay, you have to pay this amount, you have to pay so amount, and once you do that, everything is going to be simple. So these are some of the strategies. You have to engage with your customers with relevant posts. Relevant posts are posts that are important for your customers. People should not come on your page and look at your post and it doesn't make any sense to them. No, you have to attack the challenges, the pain points, the frustrations of your customers. Somebody that is dealing with acne, for example, has challenges with self-esteem, has challenges with public speaking. The person feels uneasy, the person feels unaccepted among his or her friends. You have to address these kind of challenges on your page. Challenges which will resonate with your customers, and this is very, very important. Unless you press the pain points and the frustrations of your audience, nobody is going to follow you because people only follow you when you add value to their lives. If you're not adding value to people's lives, they are not going to follow you. People only follow you when you are adding value to their lives, not just when you're selling products, not just when you're providing services, but when you're adding value to their lives. That's very, very important. So reaching more audience with Instagram ads. Of course, you can reach out to more audience using Instagram ads. You can go on ads on Instagram and run your ads on Instagram. For those that are using the business manager, you can equally use the business manager to run your Instagram ads. Where you can decide to target a specific number of people. Now, this for those that don't know about ads, you see, one of the advantages of ads is that you can decide to reach out to 20,000 people on Instagram, to 50,000 people on Instagram. Something that your normal post on a daily basis cannot do. If you make a post, for example, it might reach out just 500 people or just 1,000 people, depending on the number of followers that you have. But ads permits you to reach out to people that are not following you, to even decide the exact type of people you're going to reach out to. You can target them, you can specify them. I want to reach out people from this age to this age. I want to reach out people to people that are living just in Lagos, Nigeria, just in Accra, Ghana, just in Mozambique, just in Germany. Like I always tell people, if your business is not working in your country, or if you don't want to sell in your country, sell in other countries, because today it's possible using arts. So that was it for our session today on uh, Instagram. I'm really, really very sorry for the light challenge. I had to turn off my camera because there was no light here, and also the rain in the background. I'm really, really sorry. So I want to say thank you very, very much for those of you who were still with us. Despite all these challenges. So the attendance form has been put in the chat. Please make sure you fill the attendance form so that you can have your certificate. So I'm just going to go through the comments and see. Wow, I can see many people saying very good. Thank you so much for the appreciation. Very interesting. Thank you so much. Very interesting and informative. Thank you so much for the feedback. Uh, Thank you so much. So if you have questions, please ask them. But thank you really very much for the appreciation. What you can also do is follow us on our different social media platforms. The reason you should follow us is because you can see how we do our own Instagram, and then or how we manage our own social media and do same. Sometimes you may need inspiration. So you can look at how we do our own Instagram and then do yours. And also, because many times we have just 1 hour, 1 hour is not enough to teach you everything about Instagram. But however, on our different pages, on a daily basis, we share with you tips that you can use, to grow your social media, to grow your Instagram page. And so if you follow us, you're going to be able to have access to many of these things. Thank you very much, Trends Enterprises. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you so, so much. I think we've come to the end of today's training. Thank you very much for being present. Don't forget to fill the attendance form. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. See you next time. Thank you.